Bucks in 6. Welcome to Rich Conversations. Last night, the Milwaukee Bucks became NBA champions. And if you've been listening and watching, you know how special it is. The moment I knew that they were champions was when Giannis was kind of alone on the court and he raises his arms and then he just kind of smiles and laughs. That's when I knew right there that they won. Do you want to know how it felt? Honestly, when they won, I felt nothing. And that may sound sad, but it's over the last year, it's kind of how I've been feeling about a lot of different things. I just don't really feel anything per se. And the reason is because I expect this. I set high expectations for myself, and I know that Giannis does too. If you've been listening, we've had 9 episodes on this podcast. 9 episodes about Giannis and the Bucks. And if you follow his story, if you're surprised by these results, you haven't been paying attention. You haven't been paying attention to basketball. You haven't been paying attention to what Giannis stands for and his story. Check out episode 16 of this podcast. He's incredible. He's one of the most inspiring people that I know is living right now. And I feel so grateful that he's on my team. He represents my city and my state and my region, the Midwest region. His parents emigrated to Greece from Nigeria, and he didn't start playing basketball until he was a teenager. He's out on the streets selling trinkets to, tourists and whatever. And he's tall, so he starts playing basketball, but they don't have much money, so him and his brother can't play at the same time during the game. They have to switch shoes, so they swap shoes. He gets discovered, and the Milwaukee Bucks take a risk on him. They bring him over, and he's such a loyal person. He's all about family, and he has these deep values. It's just like strong character. And the only way to get his family to America is to get good at basketball. So what does he do? Instead of going back to his apartment or the hotel, he just sleeps in the gym and just works and works and works. And his goal is to make the roster and then get playing time and then become a starter and then an all-star and then an MVP and then an NBA champion. And he's done all of these things. It's not a surprise that he had the performance he did last night. And before the game, I went over to my friend Jason's house, and some other friends were there too. And we had a conversation about, I asked Jason, what books do you think Giannis is reading? I think we're reading the same type of books. A lot of it, if you've watched some of the press conferences, he talks about if you're thinking about your past, that's your ego. And if you're thinking about your future, that's pride. What you really have to do is live in the moment and have that humility and work for those results. Like, work for what you want and love it, enjoy it, cherish it. When he worked out with Kobe, the biggest piece of advice Kobe said, he said 2 things. Always think outside the box and always think like a kid. And you notice when kids play, they have no fear. They're just playing. They're having so much fun. They're fearless. You have to approach life that way. And I think it's such an interesting juxtaposition between Giannis' story of an immigrant coming over and just outworking everybody. And he's just so focused, and he distances himself from these distractions, and he knows what he wants, and he goes to get it. Let's let's see. I'm looking over here. So my last book, Primary Ponderings, came out May 2020, and one of the art pieces is called Giannis. I named it Giannis right here. So it's got these like Greek, it's called something. Because I remember Googling the image, and the caption I wrote is Giannis. Know what you want from life, go get it. And I'm so grateful that I've seen the progress since 2013, since we drafted him. Every single year, he just gets better and better and better, and he just works so hard. The philosophies that we aspire for, that we try to live up to, is that you work every day. You have a goal in mind, and you have to work every day to get there. And it's all about in the moment. You control what's in the moment and what you do. And having this positive mindset that you're going to grow, and you're going to always push yourself to get better. Never be complacent, and never stop, right? And even another one of these. So I'm so inspired with the Milwaukee Bucks, especially over the last few years. And the Bucks too. I called my little brother before. I'll tell you about this other art piece real quick. This other art piece in the book is called Victory. And the artwork is based off of a design I saw on a can koozie at a Milwaukee Bucks game. So I took a picture of it, and then I remade it here. And it's Victory, the fruit of today's seeds sown. Every single day you got to plant these seeds. And last night we saw the sprouting of those seeds, or the harvesting of those plants. You have to nurture it, and you have to grow it and take care of it. Last night, the result, winning the title, it's not a surprise. Success is not a surprise. Greatness is not a surprise. It's something that you aspire for every single day, and you work towards it. This should not surprise anybody. And I took a day. So today, I did some information processing. So what happens sometimes, I just take a day to just think about things that are happening. I have to give time to process them. If you're doing something every single day, you need some breathing room to kind of reflect on it and make adjustments. And Giannis and the Bucks, they crossed this threshold last night. So now everything has changed, yet nothing has changed. And you still keep that approach. This is just one, you expect this results. The first one is the hardest, that threshold, but it's what you're here for. Like, know what you want from life. Life is not as complicated as people make it. Think about yourself and your life. What do you want from it? What do you want to put your energy towards? And then come up with a plan to go do it. And do it, right? The Bucks, it's been so special to follow this. And it's brought something that's dear to me, is like the relationship with my little brother that we've developed, especially around the Bucks. I called him the night before the game, and there's no doubt in my mind that we were going to win, because everything, I try to see the entire forest, envision the forest instead of just a tree in front of me. I want to see everything from all the information that I'm gathering. And what I was seeing is that there's no way they will lose. Giannis, he didn't come all the way and make this much progress to lose game 6 at home. He just wasn't going to let that happen. I was so confident about it, and it played out that way, right? So I'm talking to my little brother, and we're just reflecting on this whole journey. I remember sitting at the family computer, and he came up to me and told me that they drafted Giannis. Oh, he might be like Kevin Durant. I'm like, yeah, okay. And every time I come home and we're shooting hoops in the barnyard. We're talking about the Bucks. We're talking about the NBA. We're not really talking about the Packers or the Brewers. We're talking about the Bucks and the progress and, what if this happens, or what about this, or what if Giannis does that? And it's been this whole progression and going to games. I would literally drive up from Chicago, go to a Bucks game, and then drive right back the same night. Because it's so special. I'm so grateful that he plays for my team. I went to Paris to go see him play because he means so much to me. And it's really special. It's really special. But now we're just gonna keep moving forward. We got one. So here we go. It's gonna be a wild ride. This is gonna be fun. But again, you have to approach it in the same way you always have, right? You have to keep that sense of hunger and imagination and love. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so exciting. Last night was special. Smoke cigars, drink champagne. Oh man. Today I took a walk around the park, went to Lake Michigan. And then I went all the way to the Field Museum. I'm wearing this Field Museum sticker. And relax there. Just soaking it all in. Like, life is now completely different, but it's still the same. And he's been such an inspiration to me. I hope more people really explore his story and what he's about. He's so inspiring, and it's been incredible to watch him and follow his journey so far. And now people are more aware of it, and it transcends basketball. I mean, it transcends basketball to the point where, like, in my own life, I'm applying concepts that I see from Giannis and the Bucks, and I see the progress in my own life. Sports transcend, and it's really about life. So I'm so happy. I'm happy, but you expect it. You expect it because when you do these things, greatness occurs. You expect to be great. These are the things you have to do and the mindset that you have to have. But certainly enjoy it. Enjoy it. I certainly enjoyed it last night. So, Bucks in 6. The prophecy has been fulfilled.